What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome to the start of the 2019 and 20 season for Barcelona. Barca will start off their campaign in Tokyo, in Japan, when they are going to be playing against Chelsea. In today's episode, we're going to be covering that game, telling you everything that you need to know, and especially why we should put our heads behind this new team. Because the tendency here is, of course, to just think everything is bad, everything is really gonna go wrong if Valverde is still at the helm. But what happens if things can be alright? Can they be okay? Can they be decent? Because we still need to get to that level first, and then we can start building from it. So do not get ahead of yourself, and let's get back into supporting this team, because it's an amazing year ahead of us, and I know that we are gonna be seeing great things. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. The links are gonna be in the description down below. They got the newest Barcelona kit, so guess who can look the most epic, most valuable fan of them all? So as you know already, Barcelona will be beginning their preseason with a game against Chelsea. This game is a very high profile game. You know, we've been seeing matches like Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid, for instance, in the past few days. But seeing your own team like Barca play against a new Chelsea, we have some few interesting players of their own, can certainly make for a good spectacle, and to see those new faces finally play with Barcelona for the very first time. We're gonna be giving those players the necessary attention in today's video, and also I wanna give some kudos to those guys that had bad seasons that need to prove themselves. I'm talking about the Samuel Umtitis, the Dembélés. I'm talking about people like Semedo that can get this chance to be their own and then really tell Valverde why they should be picked to become starters for Barcelona this next upcoming season. So before we get into the footballing specifics, I think it's important to remind you guys what preseason is all about. Preseason is about getting those new players to gel together. Preseason is about making the decisions early to avoid any kind of battles, any hassles, any problems when getting the formation right later on in the campaign. Preseason is not about the result. Preseason is about just starting. It's about getting the stamina levels to a good height, getting the fitness ready, and getting those players just simply back on track, because vacations are a pretty big thing. You need to get back into the rhythm of things, and footballing players, well, they got a lot of things that they need to keep on the taps. So there's gonna be a moment for them to get back into that competitive nature, which is something that I like. We shouldn't kill this team. We shouldn't already start giving kind of labels to players if they're not performing at their level, you know? We have to keep supporting them, and remember, it's just pre-season. For the players, I want to see a competitive nature. I do not want them to feel it's still on vacations. I want them to get back on track. So for the players, it's one thing, for the fans, it's another. Keep that in mind when we watch this game tomorrow. But now, talking about football, talking about Barcelona, what is the main thing that we should be out on the lookout for? First of all, I think that we need to find our identity. We need to find those lapses where Barcelona just can simply ignite what they were all about before. The nice touching around the area, I want to see that. I want to see all of our players encompass that, and I believe that can set a good start for our campaign. I really want to take a look at Barcelona evolved in this new year. I do not want to play the 4-4-2. I don't want to play slowly. I don't want to do that. I want to see Barcelona going all out, 4-3-3, good touching on the ball, good passes, overlap from the wingers, the fullbacks going forward and tracking back. I want to see our whole team defend. I want to see those sort of things. Valverde is going to be on the test here, because for many of our fans, well, we don't like Valverde that much, and it's gonna be up to the test for him whether we're gonna grade him good, whether we're gonna grade him bad for the time being. This time is a time of redemption for many people, for many different players, and they shouldn't waste it. But the main person that needs to be out on the lookout for is going to be Valverde. We need to keep him on tops. We need to keep him on the spotlight, because he chooses who to play and he chooses who to bench. When we start talking about the possible lineup that Barcelona could use in this game against Chelsea, I think right away of two different scenarios. The very first one is where the first 45 minutes we see a starting 11 of players of the first team. And then on the second 45, we're going to be probably seeing a mixture of Barcelona B players with some substitutes here and there. In addition to that, I said in my preseason preview that we have to be on the lookout for the battles between Umtiti and Lenglet, and Semedo versus Sergi Roberto. Whoever player starts in the very first 45 minutes is going to be a huge hint to whether Valverde actually trusts on him or not. It might look a little bit too small of a hint, but it can be for a player. It can be a motivational impact, an emotional effect on his overall performance later on. You know, if I'm Semedo and I don't get selected, I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe it wasn't the best decision to stay at Barca. And if I'm Sergio Roberto, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is not the best. I'm gonna start working a little bit harder to win back my position. Those are the sort of things that are gonna be instated in this Barcelona Japan preseason. But with that being said, let's take a look at the first 11, which I believe is going to start off with Marc-André ter Stegen. Then we're going to have Nelson Semedo through the right, Gerard Piqué, Samuel Umtiti, Jordi Alba, Busquets, Frenkie De Jong, Ivan Rakitic, Antoine Griezmann leading the line, Ousmane Dembélé through the left, and Malcolm through the right. It doesn't really matter who plays for the wings. I mean, like, both of them can play either way. And the reason why I selected Semedo over Sergio Roberto is because either the board or Valverde are gonna be needing to send that message that I told you guys, because we told Semedo that he's not gonna be sold. We don't want Semedo to be sold. We rejected bids from Atletico Madrid. So there must be a reason why he's staying. And if he's not playing in this first 11, I think, well, then it's more of the same. And I do not want to see that, Valverde. I do not want to see that. Another interesting thing from this lineup for me is going to be how De Jong and Rakitic play all together. I'm making a video already in the process about Arthur. Because Arthur, we know that Barcelona have been on talks with him to improve his attitude off the field, because they want Arthur to become the player for Barcelona in that midfield alongside Frenkie De Jong. And if that's not gonna be the case this season, or if we keep having that sort of speculation, I wouldn't be surprised if Ivan Rakitic takes that position and we see a midfield three of De Jong, Busquets, and Rakitic. Right now, everyone has been saying Busquets, De Jong, Arthur. What happens if Rakitic makes the cut? I want to see that, you know? I want to see that, and honestly, I think Arthur is starting... It's really falling behind, because he's not in this preseason, so Valverde will continue with his favorite, which is going to be Rakitic, and then De Jong, well, is a new signing, so he will probably play. I know, tough luck for Arthur, but that's something very interesting to keep in mind. How Rakitic, how De Jong, how Busquets, all of those three play together. For the rotation that we might see for the second half, I've selected this following lineup. I'm going to have Neto, our newest goalkeeper, play. Great debut as well. I want to see how he does. We know how decisive and crucial Silesen was for those Copa del Rey matches, so Neto might have also a good start. I want to see how he plays. Then the two center backs in Lenglet and Todibo, through the right being Sergio Roberto, through the left being Guillem. In the midfield, I think I'm going to put Riqui Puig, Rafinha, and Oriol Busquets, because Aleñá could be pushed a little bit to the right. Then we could see Carlos Perez perhaps, and Hiroki Abe. From what I've been learning about Hiroki Abe, well, he's not necessarily a winger. He mostly works perfectly as a left mid, as a right mid, not a left winger. A player normally in a line of 4 or even a 4-2-3-1. A player that doesn't like to just blast himself forward, but something that he does, and I've been very impressed, is the run. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him being slotted as a striker. I do think he can be very, very influential, and I want to see that. I want to see that because it's been a while. It's been a while since we have a striker that is just pace, makes good runs. I want to see that. I want to see Hiroki Abe, and plus, if he plays as a striker, we know in his own town, I don't know if he's from Tokyo itself, but yeah, you know, in its own country, he's gonna wanting to be scoring a goal. He's gonna be all motivation, and I want to see him there. I want to see him play as a striker. Let's see if he can work, because his profile seems like he can. So yeah, Hiroki Abe, I want to see him. I'll be honest, this second lineup, to come up with it, it was hard. Yeah, it was, because anything can happen. Valverde can incorporate them like right away, 11 changes from the halftime, or he can go like, who knows, maybe just this player in, this player out. If it was up to me, I would like to see Rakitic being taken out and introduce Riqui Puig in the halftime, and then on the minute 60, then do the entire 10 substitutes. I want to see how Riqui Puig plays in the first 11, because as you know, I consider him of a higher ceiling than Carles Aleñá, and I know Carles Aleñá is a little bit closer to getting his role in the first team. I think already he has that role in the first team, while Riqui Puig is still kind of in the limbo between Barça B and the main team. So with that, guys, I'm gonna be giving you the bye-bye because, well, I gotta do other stuff today. I gotta prepare other videos, and also with that, I have to go to sleep early because I have to watch the game at 5:30 in the morning. I haven't waken up that early since I was in school, and I wasn't in school in like 2 years, 3 years almost. So yeah, wish me luck because it's not gonna be good. Hopefully I do not miss it. I'm gonna put like 6 alarms so I wake up. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop us a like. If you didn't, a dislike and tell me why. And then comment down below if you're excited for this preseason game as well. And which of the players are you most excited for? Do not give me Griezmann, do not give me De Jong. I'm talking about the Barça B players. I'm talking about the youngsters. Who is the one that actually tickles your fancy? In my eyes, like I said, Hiroki Abe, there's something interesting about him. Riqui Puig, the normal, and then Jean-Claire Todibo. Now, in reality, see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.